Team Sumppu. A Pacenote team from Finland. On this video I will introduce the team, how we are working and how to use our Pacenotes in Ritz Rally. Team Sumppu is a Pacenote team whose goal is to do new, reliable and equal scale Pacenotes for every single stage of the Ritz Rally that is available on Rally Sim Fun plugins online. The idea came as I got annoyed because of the not so good Pacenotes of many stages. The scale is not equal, there is unknown Pacenotes, distance call are not correct and so on. So I decided to change things and try to do better notes to every single stage. Pacenotes that are easy, simple and reliable. Pacenotes that work on original code driver and every proper code driver mod. Pacenotes that are easy enough for beginners and offers the minimum info that is needed for advanced drivers also to modify their own high detailed Pacenotes. Pacenotes to everyone. And how this can be done. I asked people from Finnish RBR community if they want to help me. Then I did a guidebook where it's told the principles and rules how to do Pacenotes of this project so everyone of the team can produce same kind of Pacenotes. And at the moment the Team Sumppu looks like this. Joonas Lönn, the leader of the team. He is doing also some Pacenotes and all the quality check to every Pacenote before releasing them. Joonas also takes responsibility of all the possible mistakes. There is Pärus, who is doing a lot of Pacenote work. Aleksi Paakkinen, jack of all trades, who works as a contact person between Team Sumppu, RSF team and many stage developers. Aleksi does also some organizing work for the team. Petri Helmikkala and Ville Pynnönen who does some quality check with the perspective from real life rally. Then let's look a bit of the principles of our work. First, we had to take off everything unnecessary for two reasons. A, we cannot assume that everyone has a code driver mod that enables the use of some extra nodes like opens, early, sort, keep in and so on. So we will use only the Pacenotes that are on the original RBR code driver without any mods. B, using simply nodes makes it easy for beginners because lot of information on the Pacenotes is too much for the new drivers. Of course, they are still usable for advanced drivers as well, and now they have a good base where to start doing own Pacenotes as the distances are correct, corners are at their places and so on. The main language of our Pacenotes is English. The Pacenotes will work on any code driver mod which will work with the original Pacenotes no matter the language. But some little things like the order of additive Pacenotes is prioritized for English. Now you can see some parts of our guidebook. First, there is the directive picture about the node scale that we are aiming. But it is just an example. We don't, for example, have the node sort in our original code driver, so we must cite a little bit on short corners and sometimes make them one scale slighter than the actual radius of the corner is for the best possible compromise. But generally we are doing descriptive nodes to tell the radius of the corners and not so-called speed nodes that will tell how fast you can drive. Then there is determined which is a normal length corner and which is a long corner. And as we don't have the node extra long or anything like that, we have to mark the extra long corners by using two nodes and combining them with the node into. And then it is of course determined where the corner begins and when it ends. Then it is told how to use distances. I think nothing special here. When using the nodes and into, we mark them 1 meter before the corner or object. Next, there are tightens and tightens pad nodes, and if the corner tightens more than 2 scale, when the tightens pad node is not enough, then we use again 2 nodes and combine them with the node into. Then the crests, what is a crest and what is not, and how to mark them on straights and on corners. Next, there are the cautions. Because of the variation of the CodeDriver mods, we can use only one node to warn, and the node is caution. It is used like the node break or stop to warn some sudden and tight corners that breaks the rhythm and flow. And it is used to warn on any hazards on the road, like some bad ruts, holes, and so on. And if the corner or landscape is confusing, for example if there are no trees behind the corner, it may be a situation where to use the caution node as well. We mark the cautions 20 meters before the following base node, so there is enough time for CodeDriver to read them. It varies from situation to another how many nodes ahead the cautions are marked, but the main target is that the cautions will come early enough. For example, if the straight is less than 100 meters long, then the caution node will be before the distance call that leads to the corner. That is the reason for the caution node. Next, it is just the rest of the nodes. Nothing special there. We use the don't cut node if there is some object on the natural driving line that is difficult to see, but if the object is well seen, like a hay bale, there won't be the node don't cut. Then it is just the order how to mark everything. First comes the corner, then the possible tightens, narrows, and so on. If there is a crest, those things are marked before the crest, that happens before the crest, and another way around. For example, if the corner tightens before the crest and narrows after the crest, the node could be like fast right tightens over crest to narrow. At the end, there is some info that is no need to explain here, and the nodes of the original CodeDriver that we are not using. And I really want to say that those are the general guidelines for us, but for sure there will be some special situations where we must do a little different. And as the base nodes are simple, we have to do a lot of compromises also. But I think and hope that you can trust us and the work that we are doing. And where can you find the Team Sumppu base nodes? Well, at the descriptions of this video. There is a link where you can download our base nodes. And now, at the end of this video, I will show you how to use them. I will tell you how to use these in Rallysinfan plugin, as it is simply the best. But if you are using some other plugin for some reason, I will tell you how to use this also with other plugins at the end. First step is to go to Team Sumppu's Google Drive. There you can find two folders, Team Sumppu default base nodes and Team Sumppu new base nodes. Choose the new base nodes. The default base nodes are already on those Arrasa plugin online stages where Team Sumppu has done the default base nodes, so you only need to download them if you are not using Rallysinfan's plugin. Next, download the folder from Google Drive. After downloading, extract the zipped folder to wherever you want. Just some folder in your computer where you can find the base nodes. After the files has been extracted, move them to your My Base Notes folder. Select all the files and copy them. Next, navigate to your My Base Notes folder, which is located in NGP car menu folder. That is in Plugins folder, which is in RBR Mine folder. And at the end, paste the files to the My Base Note folder. There is two ways to load two base notes to stages. It can be done with Rallysinfan's launcher or with Base Note plugin. Let's first look at the launcher and after that the Base Note plugin. After opening the launcher, select the Team Sumppu Base Note files for all of the stages that you want to use them automatically. Optionally, you can skip the launcher and download the base notes one by one with the Base Note plugin's read from pre-TP function each time you start one of the stages. That is also the way how you can use these base notes even if you have some other main plugin than Rallysinfan's. At the end, I want to say some special thanks, one thing about sharing these base notes and final words. Special thanks from Team Sumppu to Worker Bee who did the Base Note plugin. Special thanks to Mika N for Rallysinfan's launcher and My Base Notes tool. Also, thank you Mr. Arek for helping us with some technical questions. If you want to share these base notes, please always share the link to this video, not the direct Google Drive link. No one knows if we can achieve our goal to have someday Pacenotes for every single stage. But without goals, nothing big won't happen. Now there is almost the first 50 Pacenotes done, and we will keep on working and updating our Pacenote list as good as we can. See you on the Rich and Burn Rally leaderboards. Ei muuta kuin vetoo!